Welcome back to Activity 3. This is video 2. What we're going to be doing in this video is dealing with brightness and contrast. Our objectives for this video is to adjust the brightness and contrast. We want to adjust the brightness between -20 to -40, and we want to adjust the contrast to -10 to -30. Okay, so this is the image we had last time we left off. What you're going to do is continue with this image and just follow along with the tutorial. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to open up my original image. So I have, this is the original image, and I'm just going to apply my filters on here so that you can more clearly see what's going on. So you should be working on this one. I'm just working on this one. Alright, so this time what we want to do is we want to go back to colors, and then we want to go to brightness, contrast. Alright, so once you click here, you have your brightness and your contrast. I'm sure you've noticed that many TVs, monitors, whatever, have these two options to deal with. So brightness, obviously I can make it go bright or light, and I can do the same thing with the contrast. So oftentimes what happens is people, they can't see on their TV or monitor, so they increase the brightness, and then what happens is it gets washed out, so then you increase the contrast to kind of get back to your image that you can see. Now most professionals don't really use brightness and contrast because, as you can see, it applies it to the entire image. And depending on what you want, so a lot of times this isn't what you want. You don't want to apply brightness or contrast to your entire image. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to set our brightness between -20 to -40. So I'm going to grab the slider and I'm going to bring it back to, let's bring it back to 14. That sounds about good. You can set it anywhere between that range. And the contrast we want between -10 and -30. So I'm going to bring it back again. I think -20 looks alright. Alright, now there's one more thing we can do here. We can actually edit this a bit more. We can click on edit these sub-levels, and here you're going to have your input levels and output levels. Your output levels are slightly adjusted, but your input levels, actually, you can adjust it a bit more. You should see 3 triangles. There's one here, one here, one here, and you can see corresponding boxes for each of these triangles. So what I can do is I can actually adjust these triangles individually. So if I adjust that one, you just saw it get darker. Here it kind of gets lighter. And the middle one kind of tries to balance between the two. Alright, so what we're going to try to do is we're actually going to set this one to about 11. I think that's about good. And we're going to take this one and we're going to turn that one into about 227. I think that looks pretty good. And the middle one we're going to want it at 0.92, 0.94. Oh, there we go. Oh, if it's not adjusted, you could just do that. Okay, so that looks pretty nice. It looks kind of a little darker, and the contrast is a bit low. That's exactly what we wanted. So you just click OK and make sure you file save, and join me for the next video.